My name is William, and today I'll be giving y'all a formative speech. So by raising hands, how many of you are athletes in this room? And how many of you have had shin splints? Okay. For those who haven't, shin splints occur when there's an overuse of the muscle due to excessive exercise. From my personal experience in high school, on my high school cross-country team, I learned that the constant practices and meets I ran in caused me to develop an overuse injury of shin splints. The injury caused me to miss a few meets and practices in order to spend time to recover. This is also known as a type of wear and tear. We would think that as the years pass, we would learn from our mistakes and practice better habits of warming up before practicing games. But the fact of the matter is that many sports teams continue having hurt players because of continuous unhealthy routines that coaches have them do. For this speech, I would like to share some information about wear and tear in athletes' muscles by further elaborating on what wear and tear is, discussing how repetitive movement in sports can be harmful to muscular ligaments, and finally discuss how injuries can be prevented. For my first point, I was able to find that according to Mayo Clinic's website, muscular wear and tear occurs when there is a stress acting on muscles, ligaments, or tendons for a constant period of time, which causes them to weaken, becoming more prone to tearing. This is usually the effect of not properly preparing an athlete's muscles before participating in a high amount of physical activity. Which brings me to my next point. When practicing the same movements over multiple times, the practice might make the skill perfect, but in doing this, the muscle can become fatigued or overused, making it prone to damaging the muscle slowly over time. This is because the same groups of muscles are being worked on, or the intensity at which a person is working out is too great for what the body can handle. Athletic trainers have recently found that too much exercise is not always good for a person because of the wear and tear that occurs. For my third and final point, I will talk about how our own Hesston College athletic trainer, Megan Fowler, explained a few methods on how athletes and coaches can help prevent these injuries when participating in physical activity. Being a very experienced athletic trainer, Megan says that it's important for athletes to begin practices with dynamic exercises that allow for athletes' muscles to properly be able to prepare for intense movement. This allows the athlete's muscles to stretch out a bit instead of being flexed suddenly and predisposed to tear. Having correct form when working out is also a must because of the mechanics that our bodies must go through. An example that Megan gave me was that most athletes do squats. As soon as she sees them, she sees that their form is all wrong and they aren't properly squatting down right, causing pain in the lower back and the muscles. Cooling down after a workout also helps to avoid an overuse injury because the muscles are then able to relax and remove lactic acid found in muscles. If lactic acid is stored in muscles, it causes them to work less efficiently and wears them out quickly. According to Megan, 50% of athletes who come in to seek aid from an injury come in for overuse injuries or wear and tear, and the other 50 come from traumatic injuries. These stats show why it is important to have athletes prepared, properly trained to lower the amount of injuries significantly. The points I've gone through today explain how wear and tear occurs and the reasons why athletes tend to get injured during practices and ways. Athletic trainers can inform coaches on how to lower the risks of wear and tear to occur.